Hello YouTube, what's going on? This is Epic Bigbird and I'm finally back with some more Rome 2 Total War Online commentary. This is in Emperor Edition, guys. This is super exciting. My very first video in Emperor Edition Rome 2. A lot of changes to this game since it's released, so I'm super excited to finally be bringing you guys some commentary so we can start talking about successful tactics and things that work in this patch. In this current stage of the game. So yeah, I brought you guys into 1v1 today on large funds. I have chosen Parthia and my opponent today has chosen Carthage. So let's go over unit compositions real quick. For my infantry corps, I've brought in 4 Persian hoplites on the flanks, and in the center I have 4 Parthian swordsmen. We'll go into a little detail later about why I chose this build. Behind them I have 4 Parthian foot archers, which are pretty decent right now, with 40 attack and 150 range. Low armor, but high attack. And then on the flanks over here I have 1 Royal Cataphract and 2 Median Cav, as well as 1 Royal Cataphract, which is my general over here on the left, 1 Median Cav, and 1 Camel Archer. And my opponent today has fielded 4 late Carthaginian hoplites on his front line. He has another 4 late Carthaginian hoplites in reserve, and then he has 3 Cretan archers, as well as 2 Libyan peltasts, which he is holding in his center. And then on his flanks he has 2 Carthaginian cav and a Scutari cav over here on his left, and a Scutari cav and 2 Scutari cav on his right, as well as a general and bodyguard. So right now, so I brought my sword infantry corps because I feel like right now, the game, in the current state of the game, a lot of people are favoring hoplites, which is cool, because they have such a strong holding force. So people think that hoplites are generally better. So right here, this is why I brought my Parthian swordsman, because I figured my opponent would bring hoplites and they will be more threatening to his Carthaginian hoplites. I can leave them in combat and they will win the fight if my opponent doesn't check them. So I'm going to go ahead and commit my Parthian swordsman to the fight here, and over here I'm going to try and pin both of his cavalry with only 2, and then I'm going to try and sneak my cataphracts in his back line. Over here I'm going to attempt to do the same thing. Just try and pin his cavalry with, pin most of his cav with fewer cavalry, and then sneak my heavier shock cav in his back lines. You can see here he's targeting my archers with his own Cretans, and that's going to kill them relatively quickly. So I know that I don't stand a chance skirmishing against Cretan archers, so I am going to go ahead and just target these cavalry, try and tie up the cavalry quicker. Over here you can see my general, or this Royal Cataphract charging his general. That's not going to be good at all. And I'm going to reinforce this fight with spear units as well. My general gets tied into some combat with mercenary Scutari cav, and he has spears at his back, so that's not good. However, my Parthian swordsmen have engaged his late Libyans, which are now under rally and raise the banner, but are not been into hoplite wall yet, so that's too bad for my opponent. And over here we can see my Median cav breaking free, finally beating down some of his Scutari cav. So now I'm going to start harassing his archers with my freed up cavalry, and you can see here he's trying to respond with my late Carthaginian hoplites. So we're going to go ahead and just take a charge right here. We're totally okay with this. So once this mercenary Scutari cav routes, right there it does, we're going to extradite my general from this fight. He has no need to be fighting these late Carthaginian hoplites. You can see here my opponent doing the best he can to try and damage control my cavalry. He's trying to shoot down my cataphracts and stop them with my spears. However, I'm going to be very diligent in maneuvering around him, and you can see his right flank is totally shattered for cavalry, so now we have a massive cav edge, and our cavalry are just kind of running rampant among his infantry. His spears are now losing decisively to my sword units. My archers are helping wrap up this left flank. And And you can see here after this cataphract's charge into these archers, that's going to cause a pretty big morale penalty right here. Over here, his archers are routing. His left is crumbling still. And there my opponent admits defeat. So that was a great battle. I feel like my tactics worked out pretty well there. Played well into my hands. I'd like to explore this kind of build more properly with some other builds, possibly against swords, see how that goes. But yeah, I think the combination of sword and spears are good because it provides your infantry with a little bit more of an offensive edge against an all hoplite build. You don't have to micro your sword units as much then, you just have to protect their back lines from cav charges. And then the spear units, as you can see, can be used to hold back the flanks and help kill cavalry faster. But one big thing that I stress in this patch is the effectiveness of decisive cavalry strikes and rear charges and things like that. Since infantry combat takes so much longer, the battles are going to be a lot more focused around decisive, quick, strategic cavalry strikes. So the quicker you can get cavalry behind your opponent's back lines, the better in this patch. So just something to keep in mind, guys. But yeah, guys, this is all I have for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the battle. This is in our first look in Emperor Edition Rome 2. There will be many more videos to come. Please stay tuned. Please rate, comment, and subscribe if you like the content, guys. This has been Epic Bigbird, signing off.